Hello, everyone, and welcome to Soul Stain Inc. My name is Beth, and I am here today with a 3-in-1 video. So, I am part of the group Booktubers Around the World, which you can find on Goodreads. I will link it up down below. This was started by my fabulous friend Cherry Walker, and it is currently being headed up by both Cherry and I've forgotten her name, but she is fabulous, and I will link both of them down below as well. The 3-in-1 videos are a set of videos that we do every month. Well, some people do every month. I kind of pick and choose because I'm lazy and I forget. But they are where you choose 3 books to talk about in one video, and they all go towards that month's theme. This month, the 3-in-1 theme is books you would love to see turned into movies, and let's just get into it. So the first thing I have here is Skullduggery Pleasant, Scepter of the Ancients by Derek Landy. This is the first in the Skullduggery Pleasant series. I've read the first 4 books. I think there are 11 now. I'm looking to get all of them. But basically, it's fabulous. It is a high fantasy urban fantasy with some high fantasy thrown in. I don't know. It was written for kind of a middle grade audience, but it has some of that higher level humor in there. And I think that people from the age of 9 or 10 all the way up into my aunt who is in her 60s, we all love it. And I don't think that there are any shows or movies about it. I haven't found them if there are, but I would absolutely adore it if they would do that. We should have movie series for sure. Next, I have the Young Wizard series by Diane Duane. This is another magic infused fantasy series for middle grade readers. This series started coming out in the 80s, and it was one of my favorite series, still one of my favorite series, but it was one of my favorite series starting in about 5th or 6th grade. And it's just fabulous. It's about 2 friends who find a book in a library, and the book has chosen them. And so the books turn out to be their wizarding handbooks, and then they just travel the universe doing magic things and saving the world. Absolutely, absolutely beyond a doubt. Fabulous series and something I would love to see. The next book is one that I think there's actually talks of a movie, but I don't know that they've actually done anything with that. That is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. There is my phone, which I am ignoring. All right, The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. This is another magic infused fantasy, although this is an adult fantasy. Some people put it in YA or new adult, but I definitely say that this is an adult read. It is beautiful. It is a character study. It is a slow burn magic infusion in a circus. If you haven't read it, it's kind of polarizing. Some people don't like the way it's written because it is a very slow burn, multiple perspective kind of thing. But I think it's beautiful. So if you haven't read it, I would suggest that you check it out. And I definitely hope that we get a movie out of it. The next book that I have for you, because yes, it is a 3-in-1, but I have 5 books. The next book I have for you is another adult book, and it is not a fantasy. Well, it's not magic. This is The Shadow of the Wind by Carlos Ruiz Zafon. This is the first book in the Cemetery of Forgotten Books series. The last book in the series should be coming out in a couple of months, I believe, possibly in 2019. I don't remember. I just know I'm super excited for it. But these books are amazing. They're beautiful. They are infused with magical realism and spookiness. And I definitely think that we deserve pretty much all of Carlos Ruiz Zafon's books to be made into movies, but they should start with The Shadow of the Wind. And then finally, I have one that I loaned my copy to a good friend of mine for his dad to read. His dad read it and loved it right before he passed away, and there's no way I'm asking for this book back. That is Tim Baker's Fever City. So here is the beautiful cover, like I had, by World Noir. And I will definitely be trying to get another copy of it. It was one of my favorite books of 2016. I actually have some pictures that my best friend took of me in like the fall, late summer of 2016. And I had a series of books around me, and Fever City, So You Want to Be a Wizard, and The Night Circus were all three part of the books that were around me in that image. So I will download it and insert it over. But that should tell you that these books definitely have stayed in my mind for a long time. And if you haven't read them, you should. Fever City is actually a noir book. It is not fantastical, although there is a little bit of magic in it, but I don't want to say any more than that. It is beautiful and well written, but very dark and deep and gritty. And I adored it. And I would love to see that made into a movie. And that's all I have. My 3 turned 5 in one video for you. I would love to hear if you agree with my picks or don't agree with my picks. And what would be your number one book that should be turned into a movie that has not been so far? I will talk to you guys again soon. Until next time, I hope that you have a wonderful day. Bye.